Is Good Morning Abuja on the Unity Station NTA Channel 5. Next, first on our conversation is with the former Director General NDLEA, who is a legal practitioner and security expert, now Special Advisor to the Chairman NDLEA. He is in person Otumba Lanre Ikpemisho Asiwaju Ogidi is also an MFR. It's nice to have you here with us.
My great pleasure. Good morning, Abuja. Thank you.
So now, tell us, like we're discussing 10 years of NDLEA. So how will we say, have they done very well in the area of drug and catching, reducing, is it the flow of drugs or drug trafficking in Nigeria?
Okay. Thank you very much for inviting me. NCA has played a crucial role in the drug war. It's been very, very supportive. Drug war is divided into two.
Okay.
We have the supply, we have the demand. The area that you have helped so much is the advocacy to bring it to every home. There's no home that will say he has not heard one thing or the other about drugs or NTA. Well, thank you very much. Now, taking it from there, 1989, NDLEA was established by a decree, which is an act of parliament now, because it was suspected that drug was coming in heavily to Nigeria, though those days, the federal government thought this was a transit route. Nigeria was a transit route. You just passed, through from Asia, going to America or going to Europe. But like with every other thing, what passes through your place, little droppings, after some time, it became old. Then people took to drugs. As at the time I got to NDLEA in 2006 rather, the official position was that Nigeria was a transit country. But I went to some places in Lagos, I saw junkies already. So I said, how do we continue to tell the world that we are just transit? This thing is ravaging in our communities, particularly in Lagos. Then investigations were carried out and it was confirmed that a large population of the people were already on drugs.
Okay.
So NDLEA came particularly with the international dimension, whereby a Nigerian on board an aircraft is singled out for the right SS with a red biro and give you the paper. That is special screening.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and we're doing very good then. So why should I sitting in business class, they have come down, a Ghanaian will pass, this one will pass, the Nigeria wait. So it became very embarrassing and government thought that we didn't deserve such treatment. And hence the decree. And we started, and it came to a point that federal government thought that the thing was not abating. So instead of this 14 years imprisonment, 10 years imprisonment, I think some people have to pay with their lives. I remember one evening that the judgment was given, and these three guys, can't remember their name now, that were killed. It shook the whole country because people were wondering, what is cocaine? A lot of people didn't know what it was about. What is heroin? That Ojo Alakpe and all of them were killed. Now, you ask me, what will I say that NDLEA had achieved, having been established to curb this? Because the level of drugs you used to know about 20 years ago, about 30 years ago, was not anywhere near what we're having now.
Well,
and yet we have NDLEA. I say yes, that is how it is. The reason is that communication those days were not as fast as this.
okay.
You write letters, it takes 2 weeks phone call, it takes 6 hours to get dialing tone. All trunks are busy, try again later.
Or connect to one person.
So, because of advanced communication, transportation, things became more advanced too.
Does NDLEA do a lot of training and retraining on their staffs outside to know the latest drugs, to know their syndicates, or to know the styles they use in trafficking?
Yes. You know, the world realized that the drug
network
to be effective must not be broken anywhere. It must be a continuum round.
A chain, yeah.
If not, any opening
or loopholes
will work against everybody. So where we are not strong, others will come and help.
Okay, so it's a global effort. It's not just Nigeria.
No, not just Nigeria.
Because in those days, we used to know countries like Mexico to be the home of drugs.
Yes.
But now Nigeria seems to be, because I found out that even on the streets in Wuse too, you have people sell drugs. At least I know once someone came to tell me, do you? And I'm wondering, where are the law enforcement agencies when you can openly sell drugs on the streets? What are they doing about that?
Yeah, you know, I just told you.
Yeah, you told me, but we didn't find out what is being done, because we should also pick those people. We shouldn't leave them to be on the streets.
You see, if I want to give you some funny impression that I'm working, I'll be packing those small boys. You see them packing them, but how does he get his supply?
His supply, yeah.
So I'm after the supplier. The resources we have is not sufficient to. If you take those boys, you know you must feed them, isn't it?
Yeah.
We must keep them somewhere. Where will you keep all them? The place we're talking about, we are aware of the place.
So that means we've not been able to track the people that still give them the merchandise to sell.
We're getting them. Those are the people you told me about, that it looks like you people are coming up with a lot of arrests. Those are the people that are losing their money. Those are the people that are in pains. All the tons and tons and tons of drugs that we're seizing. It's somebody's business and life that you see going down. You see, something went wrong with our value system, and it's putting all of us in jeopardy. When we were growing up, particularly in my secondary school, if you are very good in mathematics, they call you what? Chike Obi. They call you Professor Chike Obi. Ah, this is the Chike Obi of our class. Which means people are looking at Professor Chike Obi. If you are literature or something, you are looking at Wole Soyinka. If you are now, who mentioned all those merits again with children? No, it is, I want to be like Adeleke. I want to be like Otedola. I want to be. So we give an impression that life is all about making billions.
True.
No, it's far from it. Far
and
from
then
it.
The latest musicians are not helping matters.
Yes, and you know there's this impression that to be strong as a military person, or to be able to sing and do all sort of things,
you need to take.
That's why they work hard with their youth, and when it is time for them to enjoy the proceeds of their hard work, they have organ failure. They have all sorts of problems.
We're coming short of time, but I'll still like to take this question. Does NDLEA work hand in hand with NAFDAC?
We work hand in hand with NAFDAC, with police, with customs, with immigration, with road safety, with you. Yeah, everybody. I came for an interview here and somebody said, under that tree. I said, thank you. Until we all unite against drugs, people will continue to have nightmares. You slept and had to put on an alarm to wake up this morning. Some cannot try to sleep because they don't know whether their son is coming up with a knife after them. So because of this, and you can't really tell. Some of these children, when I ask of their background, the mother will tell me the most brilliant, very shy.
Peer pressure pushes you.
Yes. I asked a little boy, it's in the secondary school here, he said, yeah, he was a social prefect and he wants to be able to face them to announce things.
Wow. So he needs to take. Sir, will you give us your final words to viewers watching, at least to sensitize them about drug use, and at least let's give a form of advice to especially the youths nowadays?
Yeah, we've been struggling, and I want Nigerians to listen properly. It's very difficult to get political appointees to be dedicated to Nigeria. We're suffering a lot. When you get one, please support and hold on to the person. In charge of NDLEA now, we have a ruthless Marwa, very kind looking, very diplomatic, but he's ruthless about this challenge. He's a grandfather. He sees every child that is on drug like his own child. He feels the pain. So he cannot spare the suppliers. And he has also decided to work with parents. What are your challenges? You and your husband, you have quarrel over money. Settle this money, if not, other things will enter, including drugs. But when you eat together on a dining, you notice that, he used to enjoy this spaghetti. Well, Junior, what's the problem? Then he says, my friend said it's only me that cannot take drugs. Problem has started. A child, he doesn't know the evil behind it. Say everybody, they were harassing me in school that you are a woman, you can't take drugs. You know that the problem has started. But when you don't even have time to sit down to eat anymore, it's all money, 24/7. By the time you come back, the money is no longer useful to solve the problem that have been created in the homes. Pay attention to your homes, Nigerians. Stop lamenting about Nigeria not being good. Sort out your own family. Let me sort out my own, and let's see whether we will not have a beautiful Nigeria to live in. I thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate everything. I was going to ask you about your Asiwaju Ogidi title.
Yeah, Asiwaju Ogidi is the honor from my people when I got into NDLEA, and they feel that I had discharged my responsibility.
Okay.
Yes, in order to encourage me in future endeavors, they put themselves together and in a huge ceremony say you are now Asiwaju.
You're doing fine.
Thank you very much. Asiwaju is not going to Eagle Square. To stop drugs.
Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate a lot.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
Okay.
Thank you.
The program is still Good Morning Abuja. We'll be right back after this time out.